For designers, the visceral response is about immediate perception, the pleasantness of a mellow, harmonious sound, or the jarring, irritating scratch of fingernails on a rough surface. Here's where the style matters. Appearances, whether sound or sight, touch or smell, drive the visceral response. This has nothing to do with how usable, effective, or understandable the product is. It's all about attraction or repulsion. Great designers use their aesthetic sensibilities to drive these visceral responses. Engineers and other logical people tend to dismiss the visceral response as irrelevant. Engineers are proud of the inherent quality of their work and are dismayed when inferior products sell better just because they look better. But all of us make these kind of judgments, even those very logical engineers. A system that repulses you will push you away, and you'll be less likely to do your best work in it. A system that attracts you to it, that you're viscerally excited to work in, will be a thing that keeps calling you over and over and over to do your best work. In order to build this attractive system, we need to build up a vocabulary of sorts. A vocabulary not of words, but a vocabulary of aesthetics, of things we like and things we don't like. Design vocabulary doesn't necessarily live within a Merriam-Webster dictionary, nor does it reside fully within the eyes of the beholder. It's somewhere in between. Design can be described in words, and someone can say that something is claustrophobic, or they can just describe this small, boxed-in feeling that they get when they're around something. Someone might say that something has too little color contrast if they're being vocabulary correct, or they might just describe the feeling that they get when they're in suburbia, with all the houses looking exactly the same. One might think about the term disorganized, but then realize that disorganization just causes chaos in their mind and this feeling of a storm raging and not being able to get clear thoughts because you're visually distracted by everything in your environment. In a written app like Obsidian, the style vocabulary that is used is mainly around font and images, but particularly font. Choosing a font is like choosing a voice to sing with. Font is the visual representation of what your words mean to yourself and other people. So spending the time finding the right font and setting it within your Obsidian is going to go a long way in getting you excited to come back. You should think about the aesthetics of your individual notes and the aesthetics of your system, and slowly develop the style vocabulary to successfully lock in the habit. Beauty, right and wrong, primality, infinite sets, they all exist objectively, but not physically. What does that mean? The abstract nature of beauty makes it really hard to sympathize with. You can't really fully grasp beauty in your hands, similar to how you could grasp a rock that you picked up out of a river. Instead, beauty is a combination of many things. It's visual, it's touch, it's sound, it's smell. It's a combination of all of these things to make something that just feels beautiful. Looking at beauty is like looking at the sun. You can't directly look at it, or you'll have your eyes burned by the radiance and the brilliance of it all. Beauty can be found wherever awe can be found, whether it be a giant landscape, the emotion behind someone's eyes, or the stars in the sky. Wherever you're taken aback by grandeur, beauty can be found there too. To build a system that we trust, it's important, critical even, to build a system that you think is beautiful, a system that you are attracted to. Having a workspace that you trust will allow you to do better work because you'll feel more comfortable in a system and more comfortable with the idea of failing and trying new things. To create this system, start looking at things around you in the real world and start building up your style vocabulary. Try and understand what aesthetically pleases you and what aesthetically repulses you, and write down reasons as to why. By building a conscious design vocabulary, you can start to build the patterns that you want in your systems and create something that you're more likely to show up for every single day. Thank you for watching. If you're interested in interior design as a subject, you can check out this video above here, and subscribe to tune in next time for when we interview Waldo of Where's Waldo fame and ask him the hard-hitting question, how is Waldo?